Well, here we go, friends. We're at the Scepter Cemetery. That's right, friends. Friends, I'm the man that redid the sign. Ain't it cool? Ain't it cool? Oh, we got the wasp. We don't want to mess with the grizzly wasp. Look, friends, if you so choose. If you so choose, want to harm them children, friends. I told you, that's my lock right there. I got the key around here somewhere. I'll put you down the hole, friends. I'll put the demons down the hole, friends. I don't do no threats on nobody. I know the sheriff's out to get me, friends. They already tried to get me, but you can't get a good soldier down. Look, friends, I'm having a little lunch. We're having a little lunch. And friends, oh no. Oh, dadgummit, friends, I ain't got that much food. Friends, I'm literally like a homeless guy, living off a damn credit card, and at some point I'm gonna have to pay it. Look, friends, there's the job. There's the job. Friends, I gotta get the tire plugged, and then we're gonna get to work, friends. Friends, there's always little things to do out here. Friends, this is how you should handle your stress. Friends, life's gonna come at you. Friends, life's gonna come at you. I mean, sometimes it might be something silly, you know. Might be, I don't know. Friends, I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is that literally, when I begged Jesus to help me, I begged Jesus to remove my alcohol. Well, friends, the next day, I felt really good. I was sober. I didn't have all the aches and pains that I did when you're hungover. But friends, my family just got resentful. They got very bitter and resentful that I was able to kick the habit, but I didn't, friends. I told you, like nobody I know. Friends, there's only a handful of people that I even trust. Because they've gone above and beyond, you know. They've looked past all the judgment and all the mistakes in the past. And some of y'all, I told you, I just can't help you. Friends, it's peanut butter and jelly. Now, friends, when I was incarcerated and I was friends, I was in the open bay at 7 Charlie, friends. It was cool. Friends, it wasn't cool. Please, Hillsborough County, I don't want to ever go back there again. I ain't going to do no more protests. Please, just leave me the hell alone. Let me deal with my pain and my trauma on my own. I don't need no more of y'all's horrible involvement. But friends, for lunch you get two ham sandwiches, and friends, they're pretty good. But you got to eat them pretty quickly, friends. Friends, you ain't got time to gaggle around in there. I mean, it's a jail, friends. It ain't like fun time. Friends, I had to go to Walmart. Friends, it's only 99 cents, and this is like bread, and I got some water. Again, I'm like a homeless prisoner, friends. I'm like in my own hell. But I'm not, everybody. Friends, what the hell's going on with me? It's called spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, everybody. And friends, I shouldn't have made that 3-minute short that I did. But friends, one of these people reached out to me. One of these people that put me in jail reached out to me just a little while ago. And it was a trap, friends. It was a trap. I know it. Friends, in the first temporary injunction, they said the wife, the cat, Buddy the cat, and my children. I'm not allowed to be anywhere near. But then they added a few more, friends. They added the mother. They put some mother as a victim. Now, I don't know if that's my mother-in-law or the birthing lady. All I know is that, well, friends, I can't even talk about these things. Friends, no. Friends, I deleted all the numbers of anyone that was ever a family member. I deleted them. And when I'm done out in the cemetery, I'm going to go ahead and block y'all. I got a text from some stranger asking very nicely if they could go over to the house and collect some of my belongings. And then I looked a little closely and I'm like, oh, hell no. Block. Don't you ever reach out to me again. I don't know you. I don't want to ever know y'all again. Y'all had every opportunity to help me out. Y'all had every opportunity to help pump the brakes on this. Y'all know the petitioner ain't well, and that lady hadn't been well in a long time. And, you know, friends, I can't even talk about this. They're going to violate me again. But friends, there's mental illness that runs rampant in that petitioner's side of the. Friends, I can't even talk about it. They'll violate me. Saying I'm trying to communicate again. You see, friends, this is exactly what the sheriff wanted. He knows I do the social media. He knows I got a big mouth. But friends, it's called discipline. I can't believe this, friends. This is a damn nightmare. You know, I get to spend the holidays alone. I can't even be around my children. I'll be able to call them. But that's only if the petitioner allows me to, friends. I just can't stand how they give the damn petitioner, a corrupt, evil, fallen person, just all the power, friends. I just can't stand it. What are you going to do, friends? What the hell are you going to do? All right. We got a little food in our belly. PBJ, friends. We're doing the PBJ today. Look, friends, I got to get that nice screw out. Hold on. I don't even know if my damn volume's working again. Y'all just stand by. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to damn do. Hold on. Probably not. Of course, no volume. Oh, hold on. I got volume now. Can y'all hear me? Hello. All right, we got volume. All right, everybody, look. Look, friends, this stuff ain't good for you. But when you're a homeless veteran like your humble sergeant major, friends, I'm not homeless, but I sort of am, everybody. I've been removed out of my house, friends. It's such a nightmare. I can't explain this stuff, friends. I'm not even trying to make sense of it anymore. I'm just going through the motions. And that's why I'm back out here. This is my sanctuary. This is where I find peace. And look, friends, I'm not even allowed to go to my house to pick up my tools. I had to go spend more money on the credit card, friends. But I got some trees I got to trim up. You know, friends, the devil's already given up on me. The devil knows I'm not going to relapse in any alcohol. The devil knows I don't do no marijuana. I don't do no drugs. The devil knows. The devil knows. But the devil don't know nothing. That's why that damn devil's been tricking my family. Well, I mean, these people, I don't know who these people are. You can have them, devil. You can just have them all. But you ain't getting my children. You'll never get my children, devil. You'll never get my children. I'm going to hopefully speak to them here hopefully in a little while. But who knows, friends? I told you, I'm dealing with a bunch of lunatics. We got to save this for later. All right, everybody, safety first. Yeah, friends, I told you I caught a screw earlier. It was a big one. I'm going to get this squared away, and then we're going to go do a police call, everybody. Friends, a police call is very therapeutic for me. Because you just get to walk around. And friends, out here, nobody judges you. You ain't got nobody pointing the damn finger at your face and telling you it's all your fault. And we're going to teach you a lesson. There ain't no lessons to be taught out here, everybody. They've already been taught. Oh, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh. Friends, it was like $2.99 at Walmart. You gotta plug it, friends. I don't know, this one might not be too bad. I mean, come on now, you know. I'm not gonna go buy a brand new tire. I'm just gonna plug it. Oh, I gotta be so careful, friends. Friends, last time I was messing with my Gerber, I almost cut my finger off. Friends, there was a really strange noise just a minute ago. Did y'all hear that? It sounded like the power lines were electrified, friends. I don't know, friends. A lot of weird stuff happens out here. All right, everybody. Very, very careful. Now, friends, you got two tools here. Hold on. Can y'all see? Turn that like that. Friends, you're gonna take out the screw or the nail. You're gonna clean it, friends. You gotta clean it. And then, friends, you're gonna use this guy. You're gonna jam. Oh, friends, you gotta put it in here. I'll show you, friends. I'll show you. I'm here to teach you. Because I know you girly men. I just know you girly men don't know how to do these things. I mean, friends, I can't even get into it. I don't even want to get into it. Look, friends, it's too easy. So it's a screw, everybody. We just gotta back it out, friends. Can y'all see? You see the screw right here? Oh no, friends. Take the glasses off. Oh, it's a big one. Oh yeah. Now, friends, we're gonna lose some air, but that's okay, friends. Look. Now this is like some super sticky stuff, friends. It's very nasty. You kind of want to have everything set up. Now, friends, you're gonna take this and friends, my father taught me all these things. I paid attention, but friends, I ain't gonna talk about these people. I never really had a brother, friends. I don't know. I just can't explain these things. He never paid attention. He was always inside with mom. Mom. That's why he can't back a car out of a driveway. He can't even back his wife's car out, friends. I can't explain these people. Friends, I was adopted. I'm 100% certain that I was adopted. Hold on now. So you got to put it through here, friends. It's not too hard, but it could be. Oh, come on now. Good Lord Jesus. Oh, my goodness, friends. I mean, friends, I'm blown away that this individual decided to send me a text today. I'm sure it was another trap. I'm sure they would just love to see me get a violation again and go down and spend another week in jail. But friends, I think if you get a second violation, I think you're there for a year. I told you, these people are demonic. Okay, friends. So look, friends, when you stick it in there, it gets stuck and then you pull it out. But you got to kind of get it set up, everybody. All right, just like that, just like that. All right, friends, there you go. That's the plug. So we're very gingerly going to take this out. And friends, the air is going to blow. But it's okay, friends. We're gonna put air in it later. We'll go by the what the hell is it called? We'll go by the wah-wah. Oh yeah. That's a pretty heavy duty screw. Now right here, friends, right here. You're just gonna clean it out, friends. You gotta clean it out. Okay, friends. All right. Now if we do it right, it'll go in and it'll stick. It's a plug. And with any luck, it'll hold, friends. I told you, friends, there just ain't no more men around. I hate to say that, ladies. There you go, friends. Now we just got to jam it in, friends. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Alright, friends, I don't know if you can see it, but I got the tire right here. This sucks, friends. This is like a brand new tire, too. If I have to pay someone, it could be like $100. And sometimes they won't even do it, everyone. This is kind of like a do it yourself, a DIY. Oh, please get in there. You got to go all the way in, friends, all the way in. I wish I had my hammer. Oh, I don't know, friends. Hold on, I got a sledgehammer in here somewhere. Friends, I know some of y'all are getting a lot of pleasure watching all this. Friends, this is just... You gotta get it in, friends. You gotta get it in there. And hopefully it'll come out and the little rubber gasket will stick. Nope. That's coming, friends. I mean... Got to kind of make the hole a little bigger. All right, there we are. All right, friends, let's try another one. You got to go all the way in. You just don't want to go all the way in. I don't know, friends. I might not be able to plug this one. Hold on. Nope, friends. I'm gonna have to go get this done somewhere. Oh, friends, I told you, the struggles. All right. Maybe now. Oh, come on, get on in there. Friends, I may have gotten it. You kind of just got to pull it out. Friends, I don't know, friends. We just got to kind of see. It's in there. And you kind of just got to cut a little bit of the excess off. I don't know, friends. We may have gotten it. Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, friends, that's how you plug a tire. It's not that complicated. But I need some soapy water, friends. That's how you know if it's plugged or not. You put a little soapy water. Oh, my goodness. What a mess, friends. What an absolute mess. Look at that. All right, friends, we'll be back in a little while. I got to charge my phone. We'll be back in a little while, and then we'll do a counseling session. We'll go around and clean up the cemetery a little bit. All right, y'all stay groovy. I'll see you in a little while.